So what do we have here? We have 6.
Feeling. It's happy, sad, hot, cold, hungry, and thirsty.
Okay, so how about you? How are you feeling today? You can choose one here.
I'm feeling happy.
Okay, you're feeling happy. That's good. But is it hot or cold in Vietnam right now? How's the weather day?
It's a little bit warm.
Okay, so that's good because it's not very hot, right? Because in my country, it's very hot, even at night. Okay, so now let's move here to letter C and practice. So can you read? What do we have here? So what do we have here? Can you read?
I'm happy. I'm not sad.
Okay, so we use I'm happy for positive and not for negative. Okay, so now let's try to practice. Let's answer number 3. So can you make a sentence here? He is
hot. He's not cold.
correct. And how about number 5?
She is hungry. She's not thirsty.
Yes, very good. That's correct. So now we also have here, are you happy? Now we use are for pronouns you, I, and plural, we and they. But for one person, he, she, and it, we use is. Okay, so are you happy? You have 2 answers for that. Yes and no. Yes for positive, no for negative. Okay, so let's try to practice. Number 5. Can you make a question here? Is he?
Is he hot? No, he isn't.
He
He's
is?
cold.
He's cold.
He
Very good.
is
So now,
cold.
that's correct. So now let's move here to lesson 2. We also have 4 other feelings that we have. So can you read? What are those 4 feelings?
That feeling is sick, tired, bored, and excited.
Very good. So now, how are you feeling today here? Are you sick, tired, bored, or excited?
I feel tired.
Tired. Why? Do you have a lot of homework? Did you do a lot of homework today?
No.
So what did you do today that it makes you very tired? Did you study?
Yes.
Yes,
I
so
don't
how
like
that's good.
to study very much.
Yes, because actually it's very tiring to study all the time. And so sometimes you need to play and enjoy also. Okay, but it's good because you're studying well. Now let's move here to letter B. So we have here, he is sick.
He is sick.
Yes. So he is or his is used for one person only. Okay, and he for boys, she is for,
Girls.
yes, very good. So now let's describe these four kids that we have on the picture. So number one, he is,
He is sick.
correct. Number two,
He is tired.
very good. Three,
She is bored.
correct. And last number,
She is excited.
very good. So now let's move here to, oh, we are done with that. Okay, so let's move here to lesson 4. This is what we have left last time, right? So this is your assignment, I think. Is that correct? So that is your homework to answer lesson 4, the senses. Do you remember? Yes.
Yeah.
So it's all about science, and we have 5 senses, right? That we always use. So what are those 5 senses, Ngok?
uh, See, hear, smell, taste, and touch.
Okay, very good. Now let's move here to letter B. Can you read?
Uh, what can he see? He can see a bird. What can she
Okay,
see? She can see a bird.
yes, very good. Now we use see, okay, for our eyes, right? If we use our eyes, then that senses is for seeing, right? And can
Hmm.
means it's positive. You can do it. You can see it. Okay, so how about for hear? Which part of the body do we use for hear? So if for see, we use our eyes. For hear, what do we use? We use our
Ears.
ears. And how about for smell? What do we
We
use?
use our nose.
Nose. And how about for taste?
We use our mouth.
Very good. And for touch?
We use our hands.
Okay, very good. So now let's look at the picture here on letter B. So we have a boy and a girl. Okay, so we already have here the set of words that we are going to use on this one. And we have 10 pictures here. Okay, so I want you to use the proper senses for this one. Example, number 1. He can see a bird. He can see a bird. How about number 2?
He can hear a car.
Correct. Number 3.
He can smell a flower.
Very good. 4.
He can eat ice cream.
Okay, so is it eat? We use?
Use mouth.
Yes, or
Teeth.
again, this one, taste.
Taste.
Right? So he can taste.
He can taste ice cream.
Very good. And number 5.
He can touch the ball.
Very good. And how about for this girl? Number 6.
She can see a kite.
Correct. Number 7.
She can hear a dog.
Yes. Number 8.
She can smell a pizza. She can smell
Ooh, that's
pizza.
delicious. And number 9.
She can taste juice.
Very good. And lastly,
She can touch a doll.
okay, very good. So she can touch a doll.
Doll.
Okay, so good job. Let's move here to letter C. So we have here set of words again. So we will use that for choosing the sense of the 5 senses here. Okay, so for example, on this one, for pen, we can use the sense of seeing. What else? What can we do to the pen?
We
And
can touch it.
touch it also. How about for the bread?
We can smell and taste it.
And
We can see it too.
we can see it, and of course,
We can touch it.
yes, that's correct. So how about this one? What is this?
It's a dog.
Yes, it's a dog. And what can we do to a dog?
We can touch it. We can hear it.
Touch and hear. Okay, and now let's move here to the next one. How about for pizza?
We can see it. We can smell it. We can taste it. We can touch it.
Okay, so how about the bus?
We can see it. We can hear it. We can touch it.
Okay, and the last one, the flower.
We can see it. We can hear it. We can smell it, and we can touch
Yes,
it.
okay. Oh no, here we say smell. Okay, very good. So how about you? What can you see in your room right now? Can you give me 3? What can you see?
I can see my pencil case, my book, and my backpack.
Okay, that's good. So now let's move here to our next unit, in town. Right. So what is the name of your hometown, Ngọc?
Hanoi.
Hanoi. Right. So in Hanoi, that is the capital of Vietnam, which means it's a modern city, right? So there's a lot of places that we can visit in Hanoi. Now on lesson 1, we are going to talk about jobs. Right?
Okay.
So what do you want to be? when you grow up?
I want to be a baker. A
A baker.
baker. I don't know how to say that.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to bake a cake?
Yes.
Yes. Right. And there are so many things that we can bake also. Right. So now we have here 6 examples of jobs. So what are those?
There's doctor, nurse, teacher, students, pilot, and cook.
Okay, very good. But if you're going to choose here one job that you would like to have, what are you going to choose here?
I
What do
will
you like
choose.
here?
I like to be cook.
Cook, right? So it's also the same with baker, right? Okay, so that's good. Now let's move here to letter B. So inside the classroom, they have brought their parents, right? So now let's guess the job of each of their parents here. Okay, but first, who is he?
He's
What
a
is he, Ngọc?
people. He's a
Right?
student.
Very good. He is a student. And how about this one? Who is he?
He's a teacher.
Very good. And how about Emma's mother? She
She is a,
is
she is a pilot.
correct. How about Danny's father?
He is a cook.
Cook. Good job. And
He
how
is
about
a doctor.
Mike's? Yes. And lastly,
She is a
Julie,
nurse.
a nurse. Good job. So now let's move here to letter C. Can you read?
He's a doctor. He isn't a nurse. She's a doctor.
Okay.
She isn't a nurse.
Mm-hmm. So here we use the subject pronouns, right? So here we use his, she's, which is shortened for is, right? We use them for describing one person only. So again, it's for positive, isn't for negative. Okay, so we have here the doctor and the nurse, which describes who the person is. Right, so we are describing this he and she. So for example, number 1, he's a doctor. How about number 2?
He is a nurse.
Okay, so he is a nurse. Number 3,
He is a teacher.
okay. And number 4,
She's a teacher too.
oh, she's not a teacher.
Hmm.
She's like you.
Oh, she's a student.
That's correct. And number 5.
She's a pilot.
Very good. And last, number
She's
6.
a chef.
Again, chef.
A chef. A chef.
A chef. Very good. So now we also have this question. Is he? Right. So again, we use the verb is for the pronouns he, she, and it for one person. Now, if yes, we only say yes, she is. But for no, we say no, she isn't. And then we'll have to correct it also. Right, so is she a doctor? No, she isn't. She's a nurse. So, okay, let's try to practice. Number 1, is she a doctor?
Yes, she is.
And number 2, is she a pilot?
No, he isn't. He's a nurse.
Okay, number 3, is she a cook?
No, she isn't. She's a teacher.
Okay, very good. And number 4, is she a student?
Yes, she is.
Okay, very good. So now let's move here to lesson 2. We have jobs. We have another 4. Can you read?
Police officer, firefighter, bus driver, soccer player.
Okay, so for boys, they want to be soccer players, right? So
No.
we also have, but for other boys, because some of my students, they like to be a soccer player someday. And of course, we have police officer and the firefighters also. Right? So you see the firefighter here is a woman. It's a girl. Do you want to be a firefighter?
No, no,
No.
no,
Why?
no,
Why is
no.
that?
Because I'm scared of the fire.
Oh, you're scared of the fire. Okay, so now let's move here to letter B. So let's practice. Now we are going to study the plural nouns. So we have here, can you read?
They're police officers. They aren't firefighters.
Okay, so again, we have the positive and the negative sentence here. They are for positive, they are not for negative. Okay, so if we say there, that's the short word for they are. And again, we use are if we are talking about a lot, right? Plural noun. And of course, since we are talking about many people, 2 or more, we always add s to our subject nouns. So for example, police officers, firefighters. So don't forget to read letter S here. Now let's start. Number 1, can you describe who are they?
They are police officers. They aren't firefighters.
Okay, how about number 2?
They are firefighters. They aren't bus drivers.
Correct. And number 3.
They are bus drivers. They aren't police officers.
Okay. And number 4.
They are soccer players. They aren't firefighters.
Okay, very good. So don't forget to read letter S or to speak letter S all the time. Okay, so it will help us know that we are talking about many people. Right, so now we have a question here. Can you read?
Are they police? No, they aren't. They are firefighters.
Okay, so again, if the answer is no, let's correct them by saying the positive sentence here. Okay, And of course, since we are talking about plural nouns, we use are. Okay, so now let's try to practice. Are they police officers? Number 1.
Yes, they are.
And how about number 2? Are they soccer players?
No, they aren't. They are firefighters.
Okay, good job. So now, my brothers are soccer players. So how about yours? Can you describe your siblings?
Mm, I don't
Which
know.
which
Let's
one do
see.
you have? A brother or a sister?
I have a brother.
You have a brother. And so what is your brother right now? Is he a student?
Yes, he's a student.
Yes. Okay, so you can say my brother is.
Uh, my brother is a student.
Okay, so how about uh your parents? Let's say your
My
mother first.
my mother is a coworker.
Okay, so now that is how we describe people, right? Your brother, your family, and other people. Okay, so now we are done with our topic for today. Now I want you to read lesson 4, places. Okay, so it's about the social studies. Right. So now, do you have any questions, Ngọc?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, so this will be your homework. Read lesson 4 on page 2. Everybody up.
Um,
Okay, so that's your homework. And after that, we will do some activities that's related here on our topic. Okay, so now that's all for today. I am going to see you again on the next class. Okay, so thank you so much
okay.
and good job today. Okay, so goodbye and good night.
Goodbye. Have a nice weekend.
Okay, you too have a nice weekend.
Bye.